Yo, what's going on, dudes? Oh, you guys have been here before me again. I was actually trying to be responsible and actually put some links up to get a few more viewers, but we'll see how we go. Um, Hello, Alexander, Hayden, g'day, Ethan, what's going on, dude? Hey guys, finally early for a live stream. G'day, Shredder125, Ben, what's going on, dude? GC8 Australia on board as always. Strawberry Cape as well. All the usual suspects. Hey guys, what's going on? Yeah. Another big day today, as always. It's been a massive week, actually. Remember last week I was talking about I want to put together like a TV show sort of thing. Hey Tony, how are you? How's it going? Good to see you've been doing a bit on the Ute. And the LS1 was good content. Yeah, the Ute. The Ute. Nicole had some rubbish, had to go to the dump, so I went and grabbed that Ute and I brought it home and I went and picked up young Jake and gave it a bit of a hard time, gave it back to Leith. I turned up at the workshop yesterday afternoon. He goes, "What did you do to the Ute?" He goes, "It won't even run." Oh, nothing. Nothing. Didn't do anything, mate. But yeah, but the converter turned up today. So we are, we'll get that $3,000 converter in and take her out for, Leith will fix it again. We'll take her out for a rip and see what a difference a converter makes. And I'm sure you guys are pretty interested to see what a difference a converter makes as well. I've had a bit of a thought about my TV series thing I want to put together, like a bit of a comedy car building sort of antics. It's I've found a car to include as one of the stars, and g'day Drift King, how are you, dude? No phone? I wish I had no phone, honestly, mate. My phone drives me mental. It drives me absolutely mental. But yeah, the Ute's coming along well. What else we've been playing with? The VL. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the VL. I don't think I'm going to build it, guys. If anyone has a V6 dual cab, the captain's looking to buy one, like a Triton or something like that. He wants to build it. Must be a petrol, must be a dual cab. Preferably a manual, I think he wants. But he skids. Yeah, I'll just do that right now. What? Do them in my undies? Like, mate, doesn't really make much sense, dude. So the now I've lost my train of thought. Yeah. If anyone has a dual cab, a Triton perhaps, or a Rodeo, one of the Isuzu V6s or something, get in touch with us and let us know. Because the captain's keen to buy a dual cab. He wants to make because he had his Patrol, he sold that last week, but he just wasn't feeling the diesel life. He wanted a bit more horsepower, so he's going to build a rear mount turbo in a dual cab, V6 dual cab rear mount. That'll happen over a weekend, I'd say. So it'll be a quick build. Like, it'll come in, he'll concentrate on mounting turbo and doing oil lines and wiring and all that sort of stuff, and I'll concentrate on the fabrication side of things, and we'll just get it get it done, which would be good. What else is going on, guys? The converter. I'm pretty excited about the converter. We have, hey mate, must be Wednesday. Yeah, that's it, dude. I don't know. This is episode 12. I can't believe it, guys. That we've been at it for. Well, we missed that 1 week. I think it was when I was crook. But yeah. But I don't know. Just cruising along. It's time for me to almost get the HB Tirana out I was actually looking for a picture of that this morning with the big wheels next to it. Hey NZ Gearheads, how are you, buddy? Yeah. For the 4-wheel drive Tirana build for over Christmas, it's time to start at least looking at that and putting together some bits and pieces so it goes smoothly over Christmas. So yeah, we'll do a shirt giveaway, guys, if you're keen. So yeah, up to 4XL. Most shirts are in stock. Any super chat, win a shirt. Simple, easy. So what about you guys? Anyone chasing parts? Hey mate, any updates on the AU build? Haven't even looked at it, to be honest. Nothing. I haven't had time. Just been concentrating really on the VNSS Ute build. I have an LX Tirana on a Jackaroo chassis. Beast mode, sweet. Can you send me some pictures of that? What year model Jackaroo is yours? Because that's what we're going to run, the diesel, and it's a Jackaroo chassis because it's about 100mm wheelbase with the HB Tirana. So it'd be good to see which way you went with yours, mate. That's awesome. I bought a 94 Toyota Lexan. Mad. So VR. Sweet. Is she pretty clean, mate? Do you remember from last Wednesday live how you're looking for Nissan Terrano? Who was looking for a Nissan Terrano? I've got awesome news. I bought it, but I need parts. I don't think we've even... you're in New Zealand anyway, but yeah. Thank you very much, Ben, in the draw, dude, for shirt. Thank you. Not mine. I see one at a car show. It was a 98 Jaguar, so it's a later model one than mine. Where I grew up in Geelong, there was a LH or LX hatchback, a gunmetal grey one. And I'm pretty sure, his name was Jason, the guy. I was pretty young back then, and everyone else was older than me, but I'm pretty sure he put it on a Scout chassis. But you guys have probably seen that one over the years, because it was around for years, the four-wheel drive Terrano hatchback. But, yeah. Justin, thank you very much, dude. Just after a free shirt, can you help? Mate, you're in the draw, dude, for a shirt. So, yeah, we'll be drawing just before 9 o'clock. So, I'll cross my fingers if you cross yours, and we'll see where we end up, dude. Hey, bro, I have a 04 WRX with a V6 in it. Okay. And what V6 do you have in the WRX, mate? That's very different. Yeah. Got a Commodore wheels and Ute alloy bar. Free, hit me up. You still can't get rid of the wheels, mate. I'm quite surprised at that. Last week, Gang Big was on here, and he had you're in Sydney, if I remember correctly. He had a set of wheels for a Commodore, alloy bar and stuff like that, and he just wants to give them away, guys. So if anyone wants a set of stockos for a Commodore down in Sydney, did you swap the Speedo out of the Brokeroo? No. He got we put the pills come in, the little line pill come in, that got put in it. He went to drive the WRX after I broke the Ute yesterday, and he'd had issues too now. And I ended up bringing him over, and he grabbed the formula. We haven't had a chance. We've just been busy. He's been swamped with machine work, and not much has happened. And I've just been doing tows. Leading up to Christmas, you have a 4-week period where work's lean, so you've got to earn as much money now leading up to Christmas so you can float your way through. So it's just hard at the moment, but we do get a little bit done at the same time. Any cheap 5x100 wheels in the Sydney area for Robert? What sort of car have you got, Robert? I know you've put up your PCD, but just for curiosity's sake, 5x100. What? 5x100. That's a weird pattern. A Commodore V6 in a WRX. Okay, that's very different, dude. Hey, Red, I'm chasing a driver's side front fender for a 2000 Subaru Liberty. Whereabouts are you, Porky? A VTV6 in a WRX. That's different. Do you still run the WRX box with all-wheel drive, or is it just rear-wheel drive now? Hey, Luke, how are you, buddy? Just want me to go and see if I can work at the local records. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, dude. Couple of days now. Oh, okay. I've worked a couple of... All right, awesome, man. Have you found any bumper bars for your Terrano, Luke? That is the question, dude. It's very hard to find someone that's interested to work in a wreckers, believe it or not. Like, we get, it's my dream job, and then the bit they don't understand is the working part at the wreckers. But yeah, well, if it's going to work out, man, that's awesome, eh? Yeah, mate, Sydney got a full set of mags and a couple of odd ones for free. Okay, so you got mags down in Sydney for free. That's even better. 98 Forester GT. Okay, so Subaru wheels. And whereabouts? I've probably got some Subaru wheels up here, but yeah, but a little bit too far, mate, for what you're looking for. I will have the wheels off that 09, the 09 factory wheels off in the Coles Forester very soon, once I put wheels on it, if that's any help to you. And there are a couple of sets of factory Forester wheels and stuff. What sort of wheels are you looking for, mate? Check the parts page. There's an LJ parts down your way. Yeah, someone did actually post up. There was a heap of Terranos and stuff down your way with, I don't know if they were parting them out or not, but on the parts live page. Yeah. Does anyone have a Honda S800 or a S600 parts? I'm in South Australia, but I'm willing to travel interstate. So an S800 or S600 Honda parts. I got a Honda this week. I was all excited. Guys rang me and goes, go and pick it up, mate. You can have it. Got there. It was auto. But that's all right. And then, but I was looking at it, and it's got this rear spoiler thing, and I sold a blue one to a mate a while ago, and I was so excited about it. But then when I went to my mate's place to have a look, because it didn't look quite right, his one's got like bigger flares on the guards, and the back window's sort of squarer than mine. So I'm still a little bit excited about the Honda. I've seen a few guys do like $600 turbo kits and that on the Hondas. So the guy's going to send me the key to the car. Apparently it's up in Rockhampton, but we'll see where we end up with the Honda. Check out a few Subaru pages. It's very hard to get wheels for a Subaru. Like, it is so hard to get good wheels for a Subaru. A set turned up the other day that I'm going to put on the black one. They're 17s so I can utilise the tyres. But yeah, trying to find good second-hand Subaru wheels is so hard. Something half decent. Gold stock mags if someone is keen. Hey Hayden, how are you, buddy? Hey Ced, what's going on, dude? Cedric's playing Subarus at the moment. A mate blew head gaskets last night, so I dropped a Forester off at Cedric's for him to do head gaskets on that. So, yeah, and you thought I was your friend. Nah, Cedric does a good job. Hi Red, hello everyone. I've got 2 sets of spark plug leads, 7mm, and the others are 8mm for Gen 3. Which one do you think to put on it? Go the 8mm. Always the bigger the better. You're not going to lose power by putting the larger ones, and you'll find I wouldn't throw away the 7mm, because you'll find after a while when you go to pull them back out that the ends break off and they get brittle, and from where they're sitting and the heat as they go down. So I wouldn't throw them away. I wouldn't throw the 7mm away, but yeah, I'd run the 8mm for sure. I'm selling my rotor grids. Yeah, but you're selling them to me. You didn't tell me that, Cedric. Yeah, they'll be good for Nicole's bloody Forester. Subaru head gaskets, they're awesome, aren't they? Hey bud, in Yandina, there is a Subaru specialist. Yeah, is that called Sunshine Subaru or something like that? I bought a set of wheels down there once for a Liberty wagon, the Liberty wagon that started my towing business, actually. Looking for a VT Statesman. Where'd that jump to? VT Statesman Calais wood grain steering wheel. Still chasing that. I thought I found one the other day. A Statesman come in and it had one of those covers on it. And I was like, oh, it couldn't be. It was in the boot, still on the column. And I peeled back the thing and it was a leather covered one, but it didn't have wood grain, mate. Love working on cars. Plenty of energy. Found ALJ bumpers. You haven't. Yeah. All right. We'll keep looking for you, dude. Hey, old mate. How are you, dude? Can you get a Commodore car computer and program it in Windows 10? And what is the first Commodore to have a car computer? The first fuel-injected Commodore was a VK. They run that, it was, instead of the red motor, it was a black motor inline 6 with that big red manifold. Okay, that was the first fuel-injected of the Commodores, as far as I'm aware. And then, obviously, the VLs, the RB30s were fuel-injected. The V8s were still not injected in the VLs, and then obviously VNs come out fuel injected all round with the V8s and everything. Do you see the 180SX in Melbourne? It got torn in half. No, I didn't see that one, Beast Mode. Maybe post a picture up on the parts page so everyone can see it, mate. It was silver. GC8 in Sydney, Benny's Custom Works has heaps of Subaru wheels. I want a set of like bronzy coloured ones for Nicole's car. I'm probably just going to run an 18. I'd say I don't want to go too big. I want it to drive all right. But yeah, but just once again, it comes down to money. I want to get that boat soon. Thomas, well, whereabouts are you, Thomas? Is anyone wrecking any VS utes? What do you need and whereabouts are you, buddy? So Benny's Custom Works in Sydney, obviously that's the guy off YouTube. Does he actually have a Subaru Wreckers, does he? And any super chat goes in the draw for shirt. This is one of the blower shirts, guys. There's still OG shirts left. We're not printing any more of the side 5,000 OG shirts. And there's the work shirts as well, guys, in white or black. Most sizes are there. Okay. We have... What ute parts do you need, Thomas? Because we would have stuff down at the yard. Yeah, we've got a lot of VS Commodores, and there is one ute, I think, up on top of the pile at the moment. G'day, Red. Just letting everyone know I have a VS 5-litre ute. Just needs a radiator but it's running. Oh, you want to sell it? Do you, Stark Resistance? Whereabouts are you, buddy? And how much is the big question. There was a guy on here last week chasing a 5-litre setup, so you guys might be able to hook up together and maybe sell that. Loving the content, mate. Still watching every chance I get. Thanks, Joel. I appreciate it, mate. When will you end the stream? Just after 9 o'clock. The draw for the shirts is at 9 o'clock, and just after that, we generally pull the pin. Goes for an hour and a half generally most nights. Old mate. Yeah, I can only talk for so long. G'day, Rhino. How are you, mate? Everything's going good. Also, 2 300ZXs, 1 twin turbo, 1 NA. And whereabouts are you, Stark Resistance? And what sort of money, buddy? Side quarter panels, and I'm like, yeah, side quarter panels, as in front quarter panels or rear quarter panels. Front quarter panels, we'd have them down at the yard, mate. Do you know where our wrecking yard is down on the highway? Unless someone else has some cars to sell him, I'm easy. Okay, so Stark Resistance, his 5-litre ute is 4K, and he is in South Australia. No, Cedric, no more 300ZXs. And he was in South Australia, said, so too far away. Stick with your Subaru, dude. Why are you selling your wheels? Are you still doing the LS conversion into the Subaru? Jay, any VNVP Commodore manual conversions for sale for a V6 in Melbourne? Okay, so that'd be Buick manual conversions, guys. Down in Melbourne, if anyone's got one, that'd be awesome. Okay, Sed, so you saw his name there. If you want to give him a message about the 300ZX, but he is in South Australia. So I actually have another car that I've got to buy in South Australia, Sed. So if you do buy one, we might be able to work something out and both get them transported at the same time. Robert, thank you very much for the super chat, dude. You are definitely in the draw for a shirt tonight, man, which is awesome. Come on, Sed, get another 300. Thomas, are you chasing one that would go around the side window of a VS? You mate, no worries. Better off coming down to show you what I need. Yeah, Leith's down at the yard, mate. Open 8 till 5 Monday to Friday, and most Saturdays open 8 till 1, depending on what's going on. But most Saturdays we're down there 8 till 1, and Leith will be able to help you out, mate. There's plenty of VSs down there. Okay. After SSV brake calipers for a VZ SS 2005 in Melbourne. Angelo, if the SV6 calipers are the same, we have 2 of those in the yard at the moment. I'm not sure if they're the same as the V8 ones, but if they are, if you contact Leith at the yard, we would be able to post them out to you, unless someone else down in Melbourne has 2005 calipers for a V8 SS VZ. Too far away. Cody, thank you very much, dude, for the super chat. In the draw, man, for shirt. Legend. Thank you. Need another HJ Kingswood or LJ Tirana rear seat belts for sale. Need either HJ Kingswood or LJ Tirana rear seat belts. It's so hard to get good seat belts these days because they sit in the, like, obviously sit down on the ground, and those old steel ones, you know, with the round button and that in Holdens, and even Jag ones, like I've got a heap of Jags, and to find one set of good seat belts, it's near impossible. But anyway, whereabouts are you, Joel? Yeah, surely, hopefully someone's got some seat belts for you, buddy. Chasing LH LX Tirana center console in Toowoomba for James. So a Tirana console, anyone? I still need to find a Petrol ML 320 Mercedes. A petrol ML 320 Mercedes Benz motor for my mum's car. Sits on 40K, so I think it might have a cracked motor. Okay, whereabouts are you, Beast Mode? Yeah, it's not something I come across very often, but someone else might be in the Mercedes-Benz here that's got an ML 320 motor. The windows behind the driver's door. Okay, there is one ute at work. I'm not sure if it's got those quarter glasses in it, but no harm in going there to see the captain and see what he's got to say. Building 300 for the missus, her car, 120 on the clock, second owner. Is it a Z31 like my 300, or is it a Z32, one of the later model 300ZXs, mate? I seen on car sales is a XFN Nissan Ute. Very hard to find one of them in Nissan. We haven't had many of those Nissan sort of Ford Utes through the yard either. I haven't seen one for a long time. You're right there. Hey, Red, anyone in northern New South Wales got a VS Commodore roller, don't need running gear, already got it. So anyone in northern New South Wales got a roller, a VS roller? You need a 6-cylinder K-frame in the front, mate, or a 6-cylinder one? I'll drive it, up to you, mate, if you want. Pretty keen to sell that thing, buddy. Twin turbo T-top factory auto, 32 or 31? My older one is a 31, and the later model sort of sloping ones are a 32. Yep, it's a pain, that's for sure. I'm in need of parts for my VT wagon in New South Wales. Strawberry Cape needs VT parts. Is anyone reckon out a VT in New South Wales, guys? Joel's in South Australia. Rhino, thank you very much, dude, for the super chat. In the draw for the shirts tonight, blacks or whites or blower or work shirts. I am going to get started on some coffee mugs and stubby coolers soon. I just haven't had a chance to get over and do it, to be honest. Things have just been crazy, but yeah, but we have moved forward with that. The Ute, that VNSS Ute is mad. Like it goes so good. Like the gearbox, it changes lanes. Like you hit second and it just changes lanes. And I'm hoping once it's got that converter, and it's because it's pretty crisp in the rev range and it actually holds a good rev. Leith's changing out the distributor on it for one of the larger distributors that actually come with the Ute. The distributor that's in it's not the best. So that's going to make a big difference too. And he's actually getting pretty motivated about it, because I turned up the other day and he goes, "Oh man, I think I am going to port the heads on it." And it's like, as if you weren't going to anyway. VR wagon is what he is actually chasing. I got a good silver VR wagon coming the other day. GC8 Australia, thank you very much, dude, for the super chat and the support. In the draw for a shirt tonight, mate. Black or white, and yeah, up to 4XL. And yes, pretty much everything's in stock, but yeah, no doubt whichever one you guys pick, it'll be the one that we don't have. But anyway, we'll work it out. Together, we can do anything, guys. Beast Mode was in Victoria. Okay, hey, mate, how's it going? Pez, things are good, dude. The boss, is he live or not? Am I live or not? Yes, I'm live. I don't know how I can prove to you that I'm live. But yes, I am. Okay, Luke, there's an SSV at work. I'll see if he still has the brakes. Okay, sweet. Awesome, man. That'd be good if we can help someone out. It seems we try and do the parts thing and we end up just talking about cars all night, but yeah. Not fast on selling it. I'm looking for an excuse to have a good road trip. That's it, man. There's nothing better than a good road trip, eh? Like, I absolutely love it. But I'm actually going to soon. I've got a mate, Mitch. I don't know if you guys have seen it on Facebook recently. He's got a bluey, purpley color Monaro with a late model Monaro interior in it, like a VY, I think, interior he's put in it, with a Chevy and that in it, and really, really clean car. We're going to go down and see him. And Captain wants to go down. He built a Mustang for a guy, and there's a blown FJ Holden and stuff like that. So we're going to do a trip down the Goldie soon and go and show you guys some cars. It's on, yeah, soon. Who knows when. Z32, mate, in the shop at the moment doing coilovers, slots, sets of pads. They're a bit of a bugger to work on, those 32s, aren't they? Large in black, buddy, because I'm going to win. That's it, dude. You got to think positive about these things, don't you? That's for sure. So what else has been going on with me? Just working, really. I am, that TV show, that thing that I want to sort of put together. I'm thinking like an eight episodes. They'll be sort of 20-minute episodes. I've got a half a plan of the first 2 episodes on what it's going to be about. There's a car that'll get built along the way. I'm hoping it'll be sort of funny and you guys will be amused by it. It's sort of about a young kid gets his first car, and yeah, it'll be sort of funny. Yeah, I think so. It'll be good. But yeah, the car, it won't be a Ford and it won't be a Holden. It won't be anything that anyone some guys will be really, really wrapped with the car, but it won't be something that anyone has any big passion behind. It'll be what it is, and yeah, it's not pointed towards barras or any of that sort of crap. It'll just be a bit of fun, but I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. It's going to take quite a while to put it together, but I'm pretty keen to do it. Wouldn't mind getting my hands on another Jag XJ6. First car I learnt to skid in was a straight 6 with Rodney racing wheels and semi-slicks. I actually stopped and looked at, there's a Red Series 2 Jag just outside of town here. I've driven past it so many times and it looks really tidy. It had cream interior. And then I've opened the bonnet and it had an LS in it. I couldn't believe it. It's just been sitting in this carport for ages, covered in cobwebs. The guy gets back from work Friday or something, so I don't know. I think it's out of my price range though, but you never know. Yeah, if I can get a Series 2 XJ6 with an LS, then I'll be pretty happy. Have I had a good week, Corey? Yeah, man. My weeks are pretty much the same. The phone rings and you drive around, and Captain's been extremely busy at the workshop with machine work and stuff like that, which is good. It's paying the bills leading up to Christmas. I really want to get started on my four-wheel drive Tirana build. So that's in the next couple of weeks. I'll get that over to the workshop and get a lot of it stripped out, because I would like to at least have it driving by the end of Christmas, which would be awesome. Who's playing the young kid? It'll work out that sort of me and Leith will play ourselves at the Wreckers, and Leith will play my mate who is negative against anything, so basically play himself. And I'll be the young kid, like wearing a school uniform with me hat backwards and me ass hanging out, And then another mate will play the mum dressed up in a floral dress with rollers, and this sort of stuff. I've got a half a plan. It's going to be mad. Yeah, I'll include me girls and some of their friends and the car and a lot of the other cars as well. Yeah, there's a little blower there to get used, and then it'll get changed to turbos and wheels, and yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a good little build thing, and we help the young kid build his car, and he's just a bit of a dickhead, and yeah. But anyway, it'll be cool, I reckon. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, is it going to have NR no route, no ride? Yeah, that definitely straight away. The mother would have already had it on the car. Is the LS swap Jag running and complete? Yeah, it looked to be running and complete. Even had the turtle shell cover on it and everything. You could see the computer was mounted over on the side. Wiring was done. Everything was back together. It was just covered in dirt and cobwebs. It was complete and pretty cool. It was red. I've got my Red Series 1 at the workshop. We're putting the turbo on, and I'm thinking about selling the formula and registering that turbo Jag and having daily instead. But yeah, so... yeah, I was surprised when I opened the bonnet, because the wife said to me, she goes, oh, he was going to use it as a conversion into the, he's got these old Buicks or something that were there, these four-door Buicks. And I'm thinking to myself, fair enough, the front and rear end, but why would you put a Jag six-cylinder? Look, I don't hate Jag six-cylinders, but to put a Jag six-cylinder into a Buick, and then I've opened the bonnet, it was an LS, and it made a lot more sense. Yeah, but anyway. Found a Cortina, and it has a turbo Barra setup. Mad, that'll be great for you. What would you pay for a Ford XF S-Pack in good condition? I'm the wrong person to ask. Espo, are you on here, buddy? Or what's the other bloke's name? To me, not worth a lot. I've got no great interest. It's not a car that I am looking for, if you know what I mean. So I'm probably the wrong person to ask. And I haven't watched the market of XFs, to be honest. Yeah, so anything I said, I'd just be making up, and I don't want to give you a bum steer, mate. But I'm positive there's other guys on here. What is a XF work? An S-Pack one, guys? What are they worth? That's probably the easiest way. There's definitely guys on here that like XFs, for sure. I'm going to try and get those heads to Captain by Monday. Cool, man. He'll get them done pretty quick for you. Sounds like a great slapstick humour. Love it, like Wellington Paranormal. I'll have to look up that Alexander Wellington Paranormal and check it out. There was another thing that I saw. It was called, I don't know if you guys saw the link on the Parts Finder page, that Australia's Best Streetcar Racer. It'll be along the same lines of that, but completely different, but in the same genre of humour and stuff like that. when I was explaining it to my girls. Vern, thank you very much, dude, for the super chat. In the draw for shirt tonight, dude. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate the support, guys. The silly looks they gave me was good, but I was pretty happy when young Narrowlee said some of her friends' brothers and stuff and the boys at school watch Kingatow Crew, which is pretty cool. So all you guys down there at Kingaroy High School, welcome, legends. Hey, I'll drop in one day to see you and show you my VS Ute. Sweet. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's a B&S Ute. Man, I like most cars, honestly, and I can respect the time and effort that goes in, and if that's the car you want, man, that's awesome. Like when you live in that world, like you need that bull bar when you're out west and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely call in, buddy. Let me know though when you're calling in, because I'm very, very rarely at the workshop. Especially lately. Over Christmas, I'll be there a fair bit because I'll be working on the full drive Trana. Got a nice VS Ute here. Too sad to see it rotting away. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it, mate? Like we all have these cars sitting around at times. Honestly, the Barina Street Machine had a big block one. Yeah, I never watched that series on the big block Barina, to be honest, the Street Machine one, but yeah. Ford Beast XF S-Pack in good condition are around 10 to 15 grand. Christ, I'm buying the wrong cars, dudes. You can only buy what you like, though, I suppose, don't you? But yeah, well, hopefully you own that car already, buddy, because that's a bit of a win, eh? Do they advertise at 10 or 15 grand, or they sell at 10 to 15 grand? That's the difference. Like you see a lot of cars that are for sale for massive money, but sometimes they don't really sell. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you own that XF, do you, or you're looking to buy it, or what's the go? They raced it close to my house, probably 30 minutes away at Burnett Park Hill Climb Track. I might go back and have a bit of a look at it. Charles, hi, Red and family in Bali. Cool, on holidays. Hope your family are doing well. Last time me and Nicole went to Bali, someone let a big bomb off. We were in Bali and we were down at Ubud. Yeah, Ubud, down at down the bottom end. Got up in the morning, went out, and we had a driver, and we said, look, we want to go into Kuta. And he goes, oh, no, can't go into Kuta. There's been an explosion. And we just thought, if anyone's been to Bali, like, there's gas bottles everywhere. The footpaths are all rooted. Like, it's just, if something blew up, you wouldn't be surprised. And so we went, oh, no worries. Then we'll go up the mountain. So we went up the mountain to the markets and that, and didn't think anything of it. And we come back down to the motel. And when we got back, or the resort, when we got there, there's all these letters under our doors because we were on the missing persons list because, no one knew where we were and couldn't find us because we didn't have phones and stuff back then, really. Well, over there we didn't anyway. No one knew where we were. So, but my cousins are in the army and like I'm covered in tattoos and it's people are like, no, Mr. Tattoo. Like, because back then people weren't as heavily tattooed as what they are these days. And, it was like, no, we've seen him here. They're alive. But yeah, so in the end, we tried to ring home because the kids were back here and yeah, we couldn't get through for hours and hours and hours because all the phone lines and that. But yeah, so we were actually in Bali when it blew up, which is not the best. But yeah, luckily I was trying to behave myself at that stage in my life and not go out drinking. Otherwise, we could have been there. But anyway, yeah. And it wouldn't have mattered if the bomb went off because I would have wrecked the place anyway if I was still drinking. It's 5 p.m. in Bali. Awesome, man. Good to have you on board from Bali, mate. So you're from Australia, obviously, just on holidays in Bali, Charles? Okay, I do own it. Awesome, man. That's a win. That's an awesome win, man. It's all original. I'm rapt to hear that you held on to it, looked after it, and now you've had a win, man. That's mad. That's absolutely spot on. What do you think of BMW V8s? Sneaky horizontal. I like that. But are you in the States at all? Sneaky horizontal. In Australia here, we don't. BMWs aren't a major car that gets followed. Young blokes don't buy them. They're just, because of the luxury car tax, they're too expensive. So we don't come across many of them. There is one at Blackbutt. It's a 2-door one. Like, is that a Mercedes? I'm not too sure. To be honest, I've never had anything to do with BMW V8s, but honestly, if it's a V8, I'm on board. Like 100%. Yeah, just a V8. I'm quite happy. Bought a VR SS motor and a Turbo 700. It should be, not C. And then found it has a 308 block. Should that work okay? It'll be fine, buddy. It won't be an issue. You've got, I think, talk to Leith if you're really worried about it, but it won't matter, honestly, because it was a very common thing to put VN heads onto an early 308 motor so you could run the fuel injection. It's only the small reliefs and stuff like that, and the heads actually just flow better. So it doesn't matter, honestly, mate. It'll be fine. They're all still 2-bolt mains. They're all still 2-bolt mains. The only difference is when you go to VT and they're a roller motor. It'll be fine, Corey. Honestly, I wouldn't be too stressed. My SS, a guy told me a while back that it had a early bottom end and stuff in it. I checked it hasn't, but I wasn't worried about it. I didn't care, to be honest. That thing hauls ass. Yeah, won't matter. Just put 411 gears in it. Makes every car a race car. Hey, mate, do you have a XJ6 front end for sale, disc to disc, and what rack and power steering pump? With a rack and power steering pump. Not really. I do have XJ6s. I will tell you one thing though. You want to find a Series 3 XJ6 front end. Series 1s run a solid disc, okay, and the braking system isn't as good. Series 3 run a larger ventilated disc. The front ends are basically the same, but they have a better braking system on a Series 3. When you do your conversion, generally it'll come with the rack on it. I don't have any good racks left. I think I've got to rebuild one very soon for my grey Jag, but I run Astra power steering pumps. We do have them at work for sale. There is a video on them, so depending on what conversion you're doing, yeah, you can run an electric power steering pump instead of whatever motor, if that made sense. But Jazz, by all means, message me and I can talk to you about it anyway. If I can be of any help, let me know. Hey, Red, looking for a VJ Valiant stock rim. There's probably some at the workshop, mate. If you send a picture of what you're chasing through to Leith, I'm sure he'd be able to help you out, mate. The numbers should be in the description. If not, they're in the description of the last video, or just look up Kingatow parts and yeah, just contact Leith and he handles all that sort of stuff. Hey, Jason, how are you, buddy? We had an XF question here before, mate. It was your name. I couldn't remember. So do you agree, Jason, that an S-Pack XF is worth 10 to 15 grand, a clean and tidy one? Sneaky Horizontal in Brisbane. Now I can't remember why I asked you where you were. I've got a memory like a sieve these days, dudes. They're the same block. They're slightly different. They're a slightly different block, but it won't matter. Yeah, you won't notice a difference, honestly. Yes, mate, I've always on your live feeds. I live in Melbourne. Awesome, Charles. Well, welcome, buddy. I hope you enjoy your holiday, man. In Victoria, local wreckers have 100 VT VX Holden Commodores. It's not hard to accumulate VTs. I reckon I'd have, 30 or 40 of them. They're just so easy to accumulate, VT Commodores, VT and VX Commodores. VYs are a lot harder to get. VEs are very expensive still to get. They're too expensive to wreck out yet for us, but yeah, but it's very easy to accumulate VT Commodores. It's a package deal for LJ Tirana for sale on Parts Finder. Only need a couple of parts. The whole car's a $6.5 grand. It's cheap for cheap. It is cheap though, isn't it? Like, yeah, I didn't realize that it wasn't. They weren't parting them out, mate. Sorry. See VW Beetles everywhere, but see everyone doing hot rod conversions. See VW Beetles everywhere, but see everyone doing hot rod conversions. Okay. No worries, Warren. Hopefully he can help you out, buddy. I was asking about the XF being 10 to 15 grand. Okay, cool. Mr. Jack, dude, legend, in the draw for a shirt tonight, buddy. Yeah, up to 4XL, white or black, and 3 different designs. Hopefully everything's in stock, but we'll work on it when you, yeah. G'day, Integra, how are you, buddy? Jason, in my opinion, XE S-Packs, possibly, but the price are not there yet for XFs. I sort of agree. I'm not a Ford person, an XD or an XE Falcon. I would much prefer over the top of a XF Falcon. But you know what I saw today? I done a tow for a bloke just out of town, and he has Centuras, and he's had the 245 or 265 6-cylinder in it, and he'd made up spaces to run, the XF manifolds with the crosshatch and that on top. He'd actually spaced them out to run the fuel injection and the computer and the dizzy and everything from a Falcon in a 265 Hemi. I was very, very surprised to see it, and yeah, he'd done a good job. VE Commodore on bags, mad. They really got the styling right on them VEs with the guards, didn't they? With those big flared guards. I've got a mate Mitchell that's selling a VE at the moment. I moved it today for him, and there's he's got these wheels on it. They're nice looking wheel, but someone's put all this red on them, and it's got VE Club Sport written around the outside. They were as gay as AIDS, but yeah, I don't know. 1600. I've lost track there. Integra, thank you very much, dude, for the super chat in the draw band for shirt tonight. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the support. G'day, Brett. How are you, buddy? Corey Hutton in the draw as well, dude, for shirt. Legend. Thank you. Any super chat guys, put you in the draw for a shirt. Anywhere in New Zealand, it doesn't matter. We'll send them anywhere to you guys. Well, 265 with crossflow top end. No, not the top end, just the manifold. So you've still got the 265 cylinder head, rocket cover, rocket gear, okay, and then a set of 265 extractors onto it. But where the inlet manifold would have bolted to, he's made up spaces about yay long out of stainless steel. So that bolts to the cylinder head, and then it rebolts here to the manifold that comes up with the crosshatch and stuff on it to run the EFI and the distributor and everything on the 265. I was quite surprised. Like, it's not something you see every day, that's for sure. Yeah. And you don't see Centuras these days either. Like, they're just not around. And these ones weren't rusted out or anything too. So, yeah, nice bloke too. Yeah, you do meet a lot of nice people along the way towing cars. I have to roll the guards. I have 22-inch rims, got defected as a muffler sits too low. You'd think the coppers would have better things to do, but it's a discussion we've all had many times over the years, isn't it? Where they just harass the, yeah, I don't know. I've gone ages without getting any fines, and I got like nearly $1,000 in fines in the last couple of months, and it's all you need coming up to Christmas, isn't it? Just for silly stuff too, like, you know, having Cody, thank you very much, dude, for the super chat, man. In the draw, legend. Yeah, like unsecured load because I had the tow tongue sitting on the back of my tray and stuff like that. That's different. My car was almost a Centura with a 265 Hemi. I bought a Series 1 RX-7 instead. I've never had an RX-7, but I want to get started on my 808 very soon. I saw a video, I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, I was down at Gray's on Gray's Auctions down in Brisbane in Pinkenbar dropping off a car the other day, a Land Cruiser, and there was some 808s there. There was an RX-3's coupes, and there was an R100 there. I didn't film. I was crook still that day. I should have filmed it because I saw a video yesterday of another guy that actually was down there and checking those out and putting them up. But anyway, you live and learn, guys. I do have a heap of footage there of different stuff that's been going on, but I've just been working late every night. I just can't face the computer. But yeah, you'll end up with a week, guys, with daily videos. It'll just be video after video. So I've been filming, and there's heaps coming. Yeah, it's just finding time to edit, guys. We'll get there. It's all good. It's all good. I saw a 305 Chevy. Was a 305 Chevy reverse flow. The exhausts were the intake, where the intake was, and the exhaust was in the running twin carbs, sounding like an old straight six. That's that'd be a different sort of turnout, that's for sure. Then yeah, wow, it's amazing what some guys are able to put together. Like, yeah, like we at the moment, I'm looking for. Okay, there's a few guys on now, so I'll start again. Captain's looking for a V6 Triton or something like that to build as his daily. He sold his Patrol to build a rear mount turbo setup. So if any of you guys have a petrol V6 four-wheel drive dual cab, And I'm also looking for like an 11 or a 1200 motorbike to put the motorbike motor into the little Mazda 1000 Ute that we have at the workshop. And have any of you guys, Leith's got a plan on how to do the reverse on it. But if you guys have ever seen a way to do the reverse, or if you see a link somewhere, send me a link so I can have a look how other people have built the reverse set up on it. Like, it's going to be awesome. Like 6 gears, just bang, 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 and just revving. It's going to be mad. Like, cannot wait. Been looking a little bit further into my electric cars as well. That's a long while off, those ones. Okay. G'day, Jackson. How are you, buddy? Corey, I'm chasing a front accessories for a 304 V8. Need pulleys, alternator pump, aircon, etc. in Brisbane. Mine has a Gilmer drive on it. Okay, there's a bloke on Facebook called Ben Matthews, I think it is. He's on the Sunshine Coast. He is always wrecking out Holden V8s. Ben Matheson or something like that, Corey. He would definitely have everything that you need. Craig Trunks, how are you, dude? Thank you very much for the super chat, man. In the draw for merch shirt tonight, man. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the support, guys. It means a lot. It really does. Red, if you want to make a quick buck, slap an 808 together as an RX3 mock-up, all matter. Yeah, it took me a long time to find that 808. Trying to find an 808, it's not about a quick buck. It's a car that I've wanted for a long, long time. And I want to build it into something that I really like. I don't think I'll be putting a rotary in it. Unless I come across one at the right money. I'm not sure. I'm going to concentrate for now on getting the body good and put it together, and then from there we will work out what engine's going to go in it. But it's definitely not a I bought a dual cab Hilux yesterday, day before, but it was a diesel. He definitely wants a petrol, and if you go petrol Hilux V6, there are none. You've got to go back to like a 22R, and it's just not really what he's looking for. He had a Triton. I gave him a Triton before he had his Patrol, and he really liked the Triton. The Tritons drive really well. They're a good ute, and that's the sort of thing he's looking for. So, yeah. Any decent mechanics around Morayfield that wants to fit a throwout bearing to my 2004 D2200 Z30. Okay, so any mechanics around? Are you looking for a backyard dude or an actual drive-in mechanic, Sean? Surely we can find you a mechanic on here, mate. Do you have a Mazda 626 front wheel drive? I pulled the ABS stuff out and front brakes. Did have a Mazda 626 front wheel drive. I pulled the ABS stuff out and front brakes. Okay. Hey, Paul, how are you, buddy? Thank you very much for dropping that money in, buddy. I really appreciate it, mate, that I didn't have to chase you. There's nothing better than people that do what they say they're going to do. And thank you, mate. I'll be coming through in the morning to grab that trailer, Paul. I just ran out of time this afternoon. Rachel Lee, thank you very much. In the draw for the shirt tonight, that we're getting drawn around 9 o'clock. Savannah will come out and work her magic. Sean, there you go. Ben Williamson. Yeah, he's been around for a long time doing the Holden V8 stuff. So, and you can't be on Facebook for a long, long time and rip people off. So to me, it seems like he's a pretty straight up sort of person. He comes across some good stuff too. I see the stuff he sells all the time. And yeah, so Ben Williamson, yeah, I'm pretty sure he should be able to help you out. That's Reverse 305 is on YouTube. If you want to check it out. All right, I'll put in Reverse 305 a bit later tonight and have a bit of a look. It was a hatchback auto. I got a really clean 626, a green one in the other day. It might even still be at the yard, actually. Hey, Vern, how are you, mate? I put a photo of the Centuria engine bay. That's Vern was the guy I towed the car for today, and he gave me a good tip because he's a legend. Yeah, all right, so he's putting that up now. Yeah, check it out. Like, you guys will see the Ford manifold with the spacers. I should have taken video, but yeah, one of those days again, guys. If I remember correctly, the 808s had an 2-litre built turbos. Yeah, the motor that's in my 808 is toasted. Like, the head's been pulled off and it's just seized and gone. Maybe a CA18 in it. Maybe not an SR. maybe a motorbike motor. I don't think the Mazda guys would like that too much. Something will come up though, guys. Maybe I should put a WRX motor in it and run it all-wheel drive. That'd be pretty cool. But I won't be doing that. I just want it to be a nice car, like a nice driver. I've got it in my head what I've wanted as a young bloke, and I'd like to be able to build that. It's not a quick one though. The hard top though, we have been getting a little bit motivated on getting that sorted out very soon, at least driving, maybe not painting it, but together. After doing that VX Club Sport with the turbo and stuff on it, we were just going to leave the LS standard in that VG hardtop, but I think it's going to end up with turbos and stuff now. Nothing, who knows? But it's not going to cost that much more money to do the turbos on it. I want to get the 4-link in it. I might even settle the 4-link up without shortening the diff. I've got a True Track Borg Warner diff there. At least then it'll roll properly and we can get tail shaft made, box mounted, the engine's in already, and go from there and then work out where we can mount turbos and stuff like that. I don't know. There's a lot of big stuff coming, but for me at the moment, it's try and get that boat so we can put that Buick V6 turbo in it and the four-wheel drive Tirana. Like, I'm hanging out to start on that Tirana. Like, we're going to start on a scrap run next week, depending on how quick that gets done to how much money comes in to how much time I can knock off, I suppose. But anyway, it'll all happen, guys, and you guys will see it all along the way. No doubt half of you won't like it, the other half will, but it is what it is, guys. Did you see Cletus McFarlane was opening his mailbag today, and someone sent a glitter bomb? They didn't open it, though. I was spewing it. Would have been good if it went everywhere. What would be the best shifter setup for a manualized Turbo 700 in a VS? Okay, now I've always, and Mitch, my mate with the Monaro, backed me up, is the Promatic 2 shifters, like the one that's in my Jag. And I've got a couple of them lying around because whenever I see them, I buy them. You got to be careful because a lot of them are 3-speed shifters. You've got to buy. You got to buy the B&M one. The Hurst ones are 3-speed. The B&M ones, which are a little bit more expensive, are 4-speed shifters. But then the shifter that's in the Ute, in the VNSS Ute that we're building, that is a lot nicer shifter. I'm pretty sure it's a B&M shifter as well, with the neutral lockout. It's the other one, you sort of ratchet and then you pull it up and bring it forward, which is quite good to use. Whereas this new one, you basically ratchet it forward and then flick your fingers forward and go into it's either one of those. All of the shifters work really well. Just make sure you buy a 4-speed one. I hope that was helpful. No worries. Already sold the trailer. Lucky I got another one in the backyard. He's the 5-litre king. I love my 5 litres. The bloke up there, Ben, he is. He seems to always have 5-litre gear, that's for sure. How's the Jag? It's just up in the backyard. I have to put up probably 4 sheds this year, like 4 double garages, to store all these cars because it's driving me mental having them sitting outside. How much would a AE86 Corolla cost? They're not cheap. I don't really follow the market for imports is crazy. Like the prices fluctuate so badly with stuff, but I know they're not cheap. I don't mind the newer ones with the Subaru boxer motors in them, but 15K, Corey said. So I can't dispute that because I know all that import stuff is worth a lot. No worries, Paul. I appreciate the work, mate, and the loyalty. It's good. Thank you. Beast motor around 18K for a good clean one. I have a contact in Melbourne that has an AE86, not officially for sale, but will sell. Cool. Been looking at one. Needs doors, bonnet, boot, seats, and would probably just 2J it. 2Js are awesome, eh? Like, they are just so nice. Like, rally driving that 1J twin turbo, it's a just absolute beautiful motor. Just revs, clean, and just, it's not clean anymore, is it? The VT, the Rally T, we started it up to put it on the truck the other day, and it had oil pressure again. The light was gone, it wasn't tapping. So just when it gets hot, it loses oil pressure, which is good because it means we haven't fried the motor. So it's over at the workshop now. Hopefully we get it going for the weekend, which would be awesome. We'll get Aaron out to do some drone work, and he's going to come to the yard actually, and going to do a heap of drone work in through the cars at the yard and through the wrecks and open the doors up and stuff. And I reckon that'll be pretty cool to see. Do you want cheap VE 2009 SB6 Ute 20s with a blown motor? Message me, Dylan. Whereabouts are you, Dylan? And message me. Yeah, if the price is right, we can sort it out, I suppose. Hey, Red, just finished work. Glad I caught you. No worries, Kyle. Well, welcome, buddy. The guy wanted 14K for it. They're not cheap, are they? Beast Mode's in Victoria. Okay. Do you watch the Skid Factory on YouTube? No, I haven't watched him for a long time. He's doing a HJ, I think, at the moment. I did see some of his 5-litre build. Because I got the Bedfords, I watched a little bit of the start of that Barra conversion. They do good work. They are very, very good at what they do. Yeah. Beast Mode. Moe and my brother had a GT86 wrapped in Galaxy wrap. My mate's one is blue, chasing 10 to 12 grand. I'm looking at a white one. Yeah, just so many cars, and things have got so expensive. It's crazy. Yeah, like I'm very fortunate that I bought a heap of cars when they were the right money, and now I can sort of start accumulating parts and build them as time goes on. But you just don't know. I wasn't to know that the price was going to go up as much as they did. Trust me, it wasn't good management that made me buy all these cars. It was just that I've got issues, and yeah, it just happened that way. It's good now because I've got so much so many cars to build and stuff to play with. But what do you do, eh? Got any combis? No, there's a later model combi there, but it's got no motor and stuff in it. Leith actually got a distributor this week for our buggy, that Volkswagen buggy we've got out the front. Where the starter goes in, there's a little brass bush that makes the starter thing jump around. So I'm pretty sure he's made a bush for the starter now, so that'll work. And the distributor was having issues too. So he, the bloke from Nanango Spares in Nanango, where the workshop is, he doesn't really sell second-hand stuff, mostly new parts, but he's into Volkswagens apparently. And yeah, hit him up, which is good. Yeah. How much was the red VNSS? Much cheaper than now, I bet. The red VNSS, my one old SS, was $5,000 out of Melbourne. I can remember the day I bought it. I was driving trucks, grain trucks. I was at Mount Cotton in Brisbane, and I bid on it up to $5,000. And back then, when I bought that, because it was a long time ago, I used to have to ask Nicole for money to buy cars, and yeah, I got to $5,000 and went, I haven't spoken to her about it. I better stop. The car went to like $11,000 or something like that back then, because that was how tidy that thing was. It had a reverse cow scoop and stuff on it. I didn't get it with the reverse cow scoop, and yeah, the guy that went to $11,000 said, I need 6 weeks to pay for it. And the guy said, I need money now. So then he went to the next guy in line that bid up to that. And he goes, mate, I just bought another car, so I'm not buying it. And I got out at $5,000. He rang me. He goes, dude, if you got money within 2 days, you can have it. So I just organised Siva couriers. Yeah, paid him. And yeah, $5,000. Cheap as blazes. But yeah, they're just not around with that money. There was one tonight. I got linked in a Atlas Grey with a reverse cow scoop. It didn't look like it had interior, no motor. But once again, there was no price. Like, if I look at an ad, and there's no price, I don't even bother commenting, honestly. Like, it's just, you just know they want too much, or they're a pain in the ass, or they're going to pay make me an offer. And then it's just like, I don't have time. Just tell me how much. If the price is right, I'll hand you the money and we're done. But playing games, I don't know. Do you guys like that when someone's got an ad up and there's no price, and then you got to message them and say, oh, mate, how much is it? And then they, instead of just, oh, dude, it's $5,000. Sweet, no worries. Where do I send the money, Marty? Oh, and I got a drive belt too for that motorbike. I got that GV650 thing. So yeah, that's on its way. The drive belt, the converter turned up. The $3,000 converter from Beanley Auto Recyclers that turned up today. So Leith will probably put that in tomorrow, I'd say, with any luck. We found a 2-door KE70. According to Google, they're rare. And they look good too. Those KE70 Corollas. They are starting to be a very desirable car. I put a Holden badges on my Toyota Lexan tomorrow. Living the dream, buddy. Just living the Toyota Lexan dream. Why don't you make bigger Toyota badges up? Get a big sticker made for up across the window that says Toyota. That's the go. At least then it might be reliable. Hey, Red, awesome contact again, full of information. Thank you very much, Hamish. It is extremely hard to know what to say and what people are interested in. So far, we seem to have a good group. You know what I mean? Like, the numbers aren't massive, but yeah, it's going to be good over Christmas, mate. Guys, there's going to be heaps of content. Like, your family will be sick of you guys sitting there watching YouTube at Christmas dinner and stuff while I'm there playing cars. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. When did I buy the VNSS? What year? Nicole, are you on at all? It was, dude, I don't know. I'm trying to work out. I don't know. 10 years ago, at least. Had I moved in here, or was it? I don't know. It was just under 10 years, I think. 8 years ago or something like that. 8 to 10 years ago, something like that. I could find out. Nicole would know. No, it's just around and no reason usually. Yeah, that's right. Just put a price up. You know what you want, or roughly what you want. You can always ask a mate before you put it up to say, what do you think this thing's worth? And yeah, it just drives me mental. Like, I'm a serious buyer all the time to buy stuff, like always. But if you don't have a price, you can get pissed about by every other dickhead that's looking for photos. Like, yeah. Land Cruisers. G'day, Chris. How are you, buddy? All right. I've been wanting to ask you this for a while. Okay, here we go. How much do you usually sell your VS for? Would like a project to do. It depends on the car. Like, you'll pick up a VS Commodore for $500, something that's pretty tidy. Yeah, you might be better off finding a really good one that's got a gearbox that's shot or something like that. Don't buy a VR with a shot gearbox because you'll never find a gearbox. But VS ones, even VS is actually hard to find a gearbox for too, actually. Yeah, it's a hard question. There's so many variants in VSs, in cars, of what they are. Like, the cars that I buy generally are the end of the line. Like, a lady rang me the other day and she was telling me how good her car was. And I'm like, look, I think you rang the wrong person, or you're messaging the wrong person. I'm the end of the line. I'm the wreckers. You know, like, it's, yeah. And then in the end, it was a $50 car. It was rooted, but they're trying to talk it up. I don't actually care. Like, if it's rooted, it's rooted. I'm still going to come and pick it up. It's just a service I provide. But yeah, so the ones I get in aren't really worth having. Very occasionally we'll get a clean one. I got a clean wagon in the other day, a silver wagon. The motor was shot in it, but the rest of it was pretty good. It was all stock factory manual. We paid $800 and drove it away. That's the go. If you need cheap VS, I've got one here, Ecotech, with a few problems. There you go. Awesome. I paid $8,000 for my VK Berliner. VKs are awesome though, so they're worth every cent. A mate was supposed to get back to me about some of the VKs he had. He put an ad up the other day for VK parts. Yeah, I would like a VK. I don't think I'll do that VL. I know a lot of people won't like that, but we're going to put a turbo RB30 into the VN wagon, so that'll be pretty cool. If they're cheap enough and I have money left over, I'll get you to tow it to Morayfield. Yeah, no worries at all, buddy. Just message me if you find one, or if I've got one, and yeah, when you're ready, let me know. We'll come across something, buddy. They're always around. I've got a manual VN here. I don't really want to get rid of it. It's a pretty good car. It's not rusty, but it's complete. Yeah. Picked 2 Alaskan white VS Commodores. $250. That's pretty cheap, man. Howdy. G'day, Nathan. How are you, mate? Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of hard. Like, at times you can get cars that are extremely cheap. You just got to make sure you've got money there when people ring. It's hard. Like, I like Calais. Calais, I'll get hung for this, but Calais are a lot better car than an SS. Like the SV89, that's like an SS Calais as far as I'm concerned, because it has the better interior, the extra sound deadening, all the options, the climate control, all that sort of stuff, whereas an SS is just a real base model. I was down talking to the trimmer just down from work the other day, and we're going to get those Recaros into him. There's a question for you guys. Do any of you guys know where to get VNSS, the material for in the seats, at the right price? Because I can only find like $300 or $350 per meter. Like, that's crazy money for some material to do some seats. I'm going to pay it if I have to, but yeah. There was a cheap VP Calais International for sale recently. They're nice. I've got one of those interiors in Mia's cupboard. It's got like the tan leather with the piano finish black. I don't know what car I'm going to put that in yet. I've got an SS up the back that's got no motor with it, and it's got Calais seats in it. Don't know, but do you butcher it? I don't know. Am I feeling all right? To be honest, I actually come home. I finished the job with the Centura, and I had a wild headache. I've done one more job and come home and went to sleep on the couch. I've still got a headache now. I don't know what it is. So no, I'm not feeling the best. That must be why. But anyway, anyone that does a super chat goes in the draw for shirt, guys. Hey mate, keep up the good work. Love the channel. Thank you very much, Andrew. Appreciate the support, dude. I need to pay. Did I pay too much for my 2.8 Lex and I paid $1,000, $260,000? If you're happy with what you bought, no. And if it's clean and tidy and does what you want it to do, no. If you're happy with what you've done, it's just the world I live in is different. Like, I buy that many cars. Like, I buy 30 odd cars a week, but I don't pay a lot for them because they're all wrecked. A lot of them you wouldn't even sit in, let alone drive around the block. They're that bad. But to find a good, clean one, you should have hit me up. You could have bought the Formula. Paul, hopefully that was 10 years ago. I seen a Brock VL red in a paddock. Asked the guy how much. He said he'd swap for a good Falcon for it. How rusty was it though? Being a Brock one though, like that's worth crazy money. And is it still there, Beast Mode? We should go and get it. Josh, dude, legend. Thank you very much for the super chat, man. In the draw for shirt tonight, which we're getting drawn about 20 minutes. Give or take. Young Savannah's in there kicking ass and taking names. I've got a VS with a blown motor. I've got a Jag with a blown motor and transmission. No body panels, no diff, no driveline, no dash, and rear seats in Sydney. Message me for more details. Oh, dude, send me some pictures. Like, yeah, mad. At the bottom of that, it should say, people always ring me and say, oh, it's got, we've just put tyres on the back of it. And you go look, and they're rooted. They put tyres on it like 12 months ago. Cracks me up. Like, someone will ring, and I'll hang the phone up. Leith will look at me and go, let me guess, it's got good tyres? I said, yep, fucking oath, it's got good tyres. I've only got $20, mate. I'm not long bought, and I've only got $20, mate. Not long brought a HQ bumper. I might have money around my birthday, but out of curiosity, how much? Mainly after a wagon, but if it's cheap enough, I'll have to check the wagon out. So if you're serious, message me at work tomorrow. So long as Leith hasn't sat something on the roof of it, we'll have a look and see what we can work out for you, man. Okay? So yeah, just message me at work. My number's down below, or talk to Leith and tell him you spoke to me, and we'll work something out for you, man. See what we can do. Hey mate, any VS Bellinas in the yard? No, I don't think so. There's a VN Calais. I don't think there's any Bellinas. There might be. You'd have to talk to Leith. He keeps track of what's there more than what I do. No, it's a sedan, man, but there's a burnt-out wagon in my backyard. That'd be good. Yeah, save you wrecking it. Someone else has already done it. Just saving time, guys. Hey, mate, keep up the great work. Love the channel. Thank you very much, Ben. Appreciate the support, guys. I really do. I've just got to find more time to edit. Yeah, it's still there. The guy is old. One owner. He blew the motor and left it sitting there. Whereabouts is it near? Like, don't have to tell me exactly where, obviously, because you don't want to lose that deal. But yeah, if you if it's near me or whatever, and I can find a good Falcon, mate, and you can get that, I'm keen to help you. So yeah, I don't want to see that thing rot, and yeah, we'll find something. Hey man, heading to Summer Nats in 2020. No, I don't think I will be. I want to build my four-wheel drive Tirana next year. Maybe we'll see how we go. But yeah, you sure it's a genuine Brock? Ben Arnold, thank you very much for the super chat, dude. In the draw again, because I'm pretty sure you've already answered once or twice. So thank you, dude. Yeah, mad. I'm looking at some colors to paint my Tirana SLR 5000. Any suggestions? Also, it's getting a 671 blower. You'll be happy with that, dude. There's nothing better. I will send you some pics in 6 months' time. Sweet. So, myself, if I was going to build an SLR 5000, I'd have to stick with the SLR 5000 colors. So that bright green, probably not the blue. It doesn't stand out enough these days. White even looks good on an SLR 5000. Yeah, probably the green. If I was going to get an SLR 5000, I'd go that green. I'm not big on green cars, but what do you think? What do you guys think with an SLR 5000? Do you stick with the Holden colors? Like I've got a HQ that I'm getting off a mate Jake. I was there. I took some film of it yesterday actually. I'm going to build an SS out of it, like so the red with the black bonnet and stuff like that. But I'm going to stick with the Holden colors on that one. I need some rear wheel master. I need some ideas. What should my new project car be? What have you had before? What sort of cars have you had before, and what are you into? Are you on P plates? Can you have a V8? What are you into? That's the big question. Jason, his legend will live on. SLR 5000 factory colors. Yes, I think factory colors, for sure. Sucks about the wagon. I love them. Get it from my dad. I like wagons too. I'm looking forward to doing my HR wagons. The silver wagon that's at the yard, like I need a tailgate for the white RB wagon we're going to do. But I'm pretty sure there's another one there, a green one on another car. So anyway. All right, what do we got? Kingswood, it'll be right even with a full drive on the roof. That's it, eh? I doubt I'd be able to afford a VN manual red. They are either trash to bits or cost too much. This thing this is going to sound like an utter lie. I sold a ute to this old couple, right? Old farmer couple. We sold a Navara ute or something. It was like a 4x2 ute. And they were wrapped with it. And then it got broken into where they lived, the VN, and they wrecked the ignition. And they rang me, and she rang me and said, look, I really want you to have this car. I know you love VNs. Come out and see me and we'll work it out. So it's not rusty. It's straight. The box is good. I put a water pump on it straight away. I put another column in it so it had a key and everything like that. It's just a clean, tidy car. Like, to look at it, looks like a heap of shit with the patina and stuff on it, but it's not rusted out and it's complete. And it was owned by an old lady. I don't think she went to church, but I don't think she's that sort of person. Yeah. But anyway, you can always work something out. I do have my old man sold his SLR to his best mate's son for $2,500, and then it just sat in his backyard rusting away for years. Yeah, it happens a lot, it kills me that I have cars sitting outside, but this year I'm going to really work on sheds big time. Look best in the factory green for sure. Yeah, I reckon the green. Not sure if it's legit. Back in 99, SLR 5000 green with matte black. Yep, I agree 100%. And maybe swap up they have the reverse cowl on them, but maybe put a proper reverse cowl instead of that bolt-on one that the SLRs had. Are you going to go the full kit, like the rear tail and flares and everything? I'm going to have to buy some of those flares soon for our Commodore VU ute and see if I can get them to fit. Cousin had an SLR purple and black, dark purple with a metallic, looked mint. Not big on purple cars myself, but yeah, any Tirana done like as an SLR, they're just good if they've got the right wheels. Build a front wheel drive Honda Integra and turbo it. I've got that Civic did you see the Civic on my Facebook page that I got the other day? So I'm probably going to build that Civic. And I sold a Civic to a mate a while back, and he took the wheels off it, and the wheels really made the car. And I went and saw him, and he said he'd sell me the wheels back for $200. So I can probably get the wheels I want back. And then if anyone's on here from the States, I'm pretty sure you guys, because over here the cheapest turbo kit I can find is just under $1,000, but I'm pretty sure you guys over there can get them for about 600. So if anyone's on here from the States, message me. I might get you to freight me a turbo kit for my Civic. Yeah, I have a VS and a VY. Need some ideas. What older school? I have a VS and a VY. Need some ideas. What car should be old school Holden? I don't really understand that. A VY is a nice car, like definitely a lot more than a VS. I'd do the VY. My VU Ute, like pissing about with the VN Ute. I love me VNs and that, but driving the Ute around the other day with Jake, I really just missed my VU Ute because it's just so nice. I might get that out soon. Can you take the buttons that turn the rear brakes off in a VN? Can you take the buttons that turn the brakes off in a VN? I don't know what you're talking about. Want to put one in a different car. I don't understand what you're saying. I do have a VN at the workshop though, and underneath the seat there's a tap there that turns the rear brakes off. Rear wheel drive, late 60s onwards Holden. Rear wheel drive, Master Hunt Down, Cordia turbo. We may have a Cordia shell at the workshop. We may have scrapped it last run because it had been there forever. There's actually a Mazda, a two-door Mazda 626 turbo near here. I've been trying to buy it for years, but the people are never home. It's got bird shit all over it. It's starting to get rust in it, but I'm keen. I'll message you. I've been wanting a VN for a while. If it's got a teenager-friendly price tag, I might grab it. You need to buy the formula, buddy. That's what you need. See you later, GC8 Australia. Thank you for joining in, mate. Message you when I win the shirt. No worries, buddy. Well, I wish you all the best, mate. The shirt will be getting drawn in about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, so any super chat guys goes in the draw for any of the merch shirts, black or white. Yeah. All right. I'd either go to paint it mandarin or go factory light green because that's the original color. Some idiot painted it jasmine yellow. Did they come out yellow? I think the A9Xs come out yellow, but not the SLRs. But yeah, you can't miss with the green. Honestly, I just honestly can't. You can't miss. Everyone knows them for that color. And these days there's not many around, so you're not going to turn up at a car show like you did when I was a young bloke and there's 14 bloody green SLR Tiranas. Yeah, $600 is close to 900. Hey, you mate, plus freight, so it's exactly cheaper. All right, cool. I'll stop crying then, and thank you very much, dude. I'll just get on with it. Captain doesn't want anything to do with it, so you guys might be. I might build that one here at home. Might even just do a an hour a day live feed or something like that to put the Civic together, turbo it. What do you reckon about that? That sound all right? Might do that here. That'll be all right. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Yeah, tap the block of fluid off, just clamp it. Yep. MX6 turbo. I don't think it's an MX6. It is a 626 turbo, but it's a two-door, real long-looking nose thing. Yeah, I would love to get my hands on it. I've left cards there and notes and everything, but I don't know. I don't know why I can't get it. I'll go and try again tomorrow though, because that thing would be awesome. Install a line locker. That's it, eh? Just don't skid it. No need to wreck it. Black and grey SLR. Yep, for sure. Black anything. Looks good. Hey, Simo, how's things, dude? Had the ute out. The ute, right? Leith, I turned up there today and he goes, dude, you were driving around with the tailgate open. One of the clips is missing. And when it hits second now and it jumps across the road, it must twist the whole car because it pops the tailgate open. She's a beast, man. She's coming up good. The converter turned up today, Simo. So she'll be cracking again, buddy. I'd definitely buy the formula if I had the money. How much will you be selling it for? I'd hate it if you sold it to someone who just destroyed it. The formula is extremely rough. So anyone, as I say, I'm selling it, that car is rough. Remember the roof was jumped on and we've kicked it back out. and we've touched up the paint with pressure packs. So when I do go to sell it, remember that car, it presents really well on photos and that, and I'm not trying to hide anything, but it is very rough. Like, it drives all right, but yeah. I'm not sure how much it'll be. I'll probably, I don't know, to be honest. Hey, Simo, do you know what diff gears were in that ute? Do you know what they were? I'm thinking they're sort of 3.9s or something. It'd be good to know so we don't have to pull the back off. Well, it's 411 mini spool and a VN diff because the axles, they're stronger. Yeah, what's a 411? Okay, Space Peanut, dude, legend in the drawer for a shirt. Not long now. He's getting excited. Woo! Hey, Kingatow True, is the new Booster Boys. I wouldn't go that far. Those guys are pretty good at what they do. The Hondaroos, I saw a notification come through before. I didn't get to watch it though. It can't be a 626 if it's a 2-door. Yeah, I'm not too sure, man. All I know is I'm going to keep trying to buy it. So yeah, I'm keen to build the little Honda. Like, it's an auto though, which sort of sucks a bit. But I don't know. I'll play with it. I don't care. I just want those wheels back, to be honest. I actually went to a 50th anniversary of Tiranas on Sunday, and there were at least 11 green Tiranas. Yeah, that's it, eh? That is the iconic colour for them, though, isn't it? Vice grips for the brakes. You can buy those little red clamp things with the thing that goes on it to clamp the rubber line. So that way, because if you use vice grips, it'll generally wreck it. But or just do like what's in the one I've got, buy an inline tap, flare the ends, and then you can just turn it off for your rear brakes. Good. Hey, you come down, man, a couple of times when just tools come flying. Yeah, so it happened to you as well, because I think the whole thing twists. We're going to put the other latch in, and I may have to put another pin because the whole body just, yeah, it hits hard, dude. We put another carby on it. We're chasing a dual plane air gap manifold for it. I think it's called a Edelbrock Talker. They're about $700 though, which will liven it up too. We're going to put that other Dizzy in. The Recaros are going down to the trim shop, man, probably next week. So yeah, it's all happening, man. I'm pretty excited about that thing. It's a bloody beast. I really like it. The new gearbox, like buying that secondhand motor and box worked out well. Men at Work, Land Down Under. You're late, dude. We were just saying before, where is Men at Work, Land Down Under? The dude must be late. We were just saying that, man. Don't think 3.9s. Don't know. I think 3.9s, maybe 411s. I don't think it's 411s. It doesn't seem lively enough for 411s, but I don't know. We'll have to have a play and, yeah, build a VL. Rear Wheel Master, we're not building a VL. I'll build a VK Brock in the future. It's not happening tomorrow, but I have a couple of RB30s and a turbo setup for VLs that I've bought, and it's actually going in a VN wagon with wheel tubs and everything like that. So we're going to build a pretty stout RB30. Yeah, so you get a bit of a VL, but in a VN. So I hope that can make you happy. But yeah, I don't think I'll be building a VL though. Make a Subaru Ute out of a bug-eye wagon. Not out of a bug-eye. I do one out of another one, but not out of a bug-eye. I'm not a big fan of the bug-eye. I've braided lines. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what you're going to do, dude. You might have to do it properly. If I do get a 671 blower, I should keep it manual or change it to a glide. It won't matter. What gear? Oh, glides are good. Glides are easy. At times, blowers can be a pain in the ass. Are you going to be running EFI or carbies? Glides are easy to handle if the car's a bit of a handful with the blower. The Jag with the glide in it is just a pleasure. Like it's just a pleasure. Just whack it into one and just start flooring it everywhere. Like, because when you go to change into second, the box is fucked. So you just drive around in first. But yeah, I'm a big fan of glides. Manuals are good, but what sort of motor is it to be having a manual? Like, if it's an Aussie 4-speed and you're putting it onto a 308, you're going to have to change to a glide because the Aussie 4-speed will not stand up to a blown motor. Yeah, I remember what's happened to the formula. Be a good project for me. I've been bored shitless. The VN will be a good project for me. Keep me off the Xbox. That's it, eh? I don't even know about video games. My kids don't even really play video games either, to be honest. Build a supercharged or turbocharged crewman ute. We're building, I don't know if you guys remember, I got a red VU manual 6-cylinder ute a while back. The front was all crashed. The motor was rooted. We'll have a motor in that in the next couple of weeks, and it'll be manual, and it's going to have rear mount turbo and the flares and big 3-piece wheels and stuff like that. Yeah, so there'll be a turbo. It won't be a crewman, but it'll be another ute. I really like my SS50, and I'm looking forward to building another ute that's really nice to drive like the SS50. I really need to get that out and drive it a bit more. Okay, the old man had an 88 GD MX6 2.2 turbo sunroof when I was younger. Used to go all right for what it was. Yeah, any of that early turbo stuff, it was very raw, but it was still pretty cool. And they were quite well finished off inside. Yeah. I remember. Okay, that's that. Someone's deleting comments. Someone must be being an ass. But I love the XU1 Tiranas. Leith is a big fan of the XU1 Tiranas because his first car was a XU1 red GDR XU1 Tirana, just a mock-up one. I'm more of a fan of, but then again, as I'm getting older, I'm getting more of a respect for the Holden red motor 6-cylinder. So, yeah, it's just hard to get one these days. I'm looking forward to my four-wheel drive Tirana. It's going to be awesome. Going to put it on the pad soon. Sweet. It's just a cheap VT. As long as you're having fun, dude. Sounds good. I'm glad it's coming together. Yeah, man. And thank you. Simo's, guys, for you guys that don't know, Simo is the guy that we swapped the black TX3 for the ute, for us to build the VNSS ute. Yeah, so good bloke. Really good bloke. Yeah, we're going to start on that interior soon too, which is going to be good. Yeah, and some aircon, man. Christ, it gets hot in that thing, eh? Do you know of the motoring box channel? No, he's also an Aussie from Queensland who does videos on his AU gear and other Aussie icons. Shredder, no, but we'll all go and check it out now. Motoring box, cool. We'll check it out after this, though, guys. Don't go now. Just kidding. Build a car better than Xbox. I sort of missed the video game when I was growing up. I was at that age where video games came in and I was off playing cars and I missed the whole video game thing. So, yeah. Do you have like a fabric barn or spotlight? As many of them have seat fabric there. But do they have the VNSS seat fabric? Because it's bloody expensive. But my wife actually owns and runs a haberdashery shop here, but I know she doesn't have any VNSS material. But I'll when we go down to Goldie to have a look at those Monaros and the blown FJ and stuff, we'll do a couple of spotlights and see what we can find. I'll take a bit of a sample with me. Good idea, man. There's a place here in town, the Criddingtons, who it's closing down, and that place has been open forever, and they actually have a trim shop out the back. So I'm wondering whether she got a lot of discontinued stock or whatever in. Yeah, good idea. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm going to go do that tomorrow. Last weekend I seen an EA Falcon S-Pack XR8, very clean car. I saw one today. It's green and it's smashed up to nothing, sitting on a pile at my workshop. They've got nice seats in them, those EA XR8s, eh? Right, I actually have an AU1 with a 308 in it. Mad. Okay, I've currently got a JD MX6. Surprised me. How much did you pay for the red VN? How much did I pay for the... My SS was $5,000. Long time ago, though. Can't wait to see more, buddy. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Tony. When you meet up with Gearheads Oz, I haven't spoken to him for a while. Things have just been busy, and he is a long way away. I've been waiting for his videos to pop up again. Last time that I spoke to him, he's Savannah now, guys, for the shirt draw. Yeah, but I will get in touch with him again and see what he's doing. Have you drawn it already, or are you?
No, yeah, I'm doing it now.
Okay, cool. So there's the list of everyone.
It's 14.
There's a list, and it's 14 guys. So Ben 15, no. Jason Sol 14, Jason. Okay, so Jason, that's backwards on that now. Josh, Josh, Joshsaul. Josh Sol. If you can get in touch with me, dude, either Kingatow Facebook page, Instagram, or my mobile 0427 977 875, and we'll dude, get some shirts out to you. Man, thank you very much, Savannah. No. You're a legend. Savannah got another job because she's a champion at the newsagents now. How good's that? She's a goer. Any suggestions on a cam for a VP 5-litre 5-speed ute stock motor? No, not off the top of my head, but if you watch coming up soon, we are going to pick a cam for the ute. The ute's going to have a 3 grand converter, and the bottom end is fairly stock. It's a fresh motor, but it's fairly stock, but we are going to run a carby. But while we're doing that selection process, feel free to message and get involved in some of the chats and stuff like that, and Leith will work through with you to pick the right cam, buddy, for what you actually have. Brandon Watson, if that's any help to you, mate. Leith is the one to talk to about stuff like that. He lives and breathes it, loves it. Yeah, I'd be happy to build cars if I had any clue what I was doing. Mate, Sage and Alexander, it's just a case of starting at the start, mate. Like, it's just, you just immerse yourself in that world. It's just, like, at times I'll see a car that I want and I know nothing about it, and I'll just start looking on Gumtree at the different year models and what's different, and the tail lights that change and all this sort of stuff, and you end up just learning it along the way. I get a bit obsessed, to be honest. I've been looking at twin turbo setups, LS setups last night, and to work out where I want stuff fitting and what's going to work, and then I show Leith, and then he calls me a dickhead, and that's not going to work. My dad had changed his mind. He wants to do a 2011 V8 Statesman slammed and make it with nice rumble. Got to always love the nice rumble. There's a Peter Brock B wagon on auction. Highest bidder was $500, about $2.5 grand. But did it get passed in like at that cheap price? It's a 383 with a T5. Okay, well, you're going to need something bigger than, I thought you said it was a stock motor. You're going to need something bigger than what we do, because, yeah, the 383. But Leith is the one to talk to, buddy, and I'm sure that he'd be more than happy to help you and talk to you and make sure you get what you're looking for. My dad had a GDR. Some old couple were fighting at the lights and drive through the roundabout at red light. Taken off, totaled, bugger. It's just not good, is it? Would love a Toyota Starlet GT. Some of those little cars, those little turbos, are awesome. They're just so nice to drive. Like, a VN with a manual is a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest, with a big car like that. But little manuals like the 808s, I can remember driving them, and they were just so nice. The gearboxes were just easy. Yeah, and then I'd get back in my V8 HZ and clunking through the gears. Mum passed away 2 weeks ago. I got some money, and I'm going to have to spend on my 2 or 3 children as well. It's not good, buddy. But look after your kids, mate. Forget about the cars. There'll be more cars down the track. I want to Starlet to race. I've been wanting to build a car for a while, but takes a year for me to get 600. Plus, towing isn't cheap. And from what I've researched, it's just a case of like Savannah, my daughter, she was working at the Chinese shop, wasn't earning enough money, buddy. So she heard about another job at the newsagent, so she went for that job. She got that as well. So now she's got 2 to bring in more money. Sometimes you just got to work a bit harder or think of another way to make money. You know, like, it's just, you just got to hustle. You just got to hustle. Yeah. Highway patrol, running gear, license back soon. All right, guys, I'm going to quickly go through these, and we might pull the pin, and then I can sort out this shirt from today. And, yeah, I've got a heap of videos to do. My mate's selling his white Alex Tirana for 10K. It's a roller. That's fairly cheap these days, Chris. Whereabouts is he, mate? Maybe if he wants to put it up on the... We're not supposed to really do for sale stuff on the parts finder, but it is a special sort of car, I suppose. I'm only considering buying a VS when I discovered Kingatow. I asked my mum to give me the money instead of presents for Christmas and my birthday so I can buy a VN or VS. Mate, I'm glad I've inspired you, but yeah. Anyway, let me know where you're at, buddy, and something will come up. Okay, just keep in touch and we'll work something out. I've got to go now. Take it easy. No worries, real master. I have to go too. Get off the drinks, mate. Every live feed. On Coke tonight, look, and it doesn't even say princess. It says, "Oh, I'm the girls tonight, the gals." So I don't know if that's up from princess or down, but yeah. Have a good week. Too easy, guys. Thank you. Not sure. It's still, my memory is at Lloyd's Classic Auction, place with V8 supercar place, cars, Highway Patrol, Lie. Then my dad's gearbox. Yeah, they're shockers, aren't they? All right, guys. Thank you very much for your support once again. For joining in, comments, the super chats for the draw. All right, guys. I'll get some videos up. Don't know what we're doing Saturday morning. Hopefully rallying or something like that. We're going to get stuck back into that diner too. Just heaps going on. But yeah, I might even, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I might even get the Tirana over and get started on it. I'll do some video of the Jaguar out on the track to show you what that thing's like before we pull it apart. All right, guys. See you.